My name's Lane, I am the one-legged drifter. In this video, I am going to wrap my car. I'm going to turn it from red back to blue. Get rid of this crappy paint job on my car. It's the next day. I just kind of kept on it last night a little bit. Ended up doing my front fender. It turned out really good. I think I did a pretty decent job. Be honest with you, wrapping is not as hard as I thought it was, even with some of the contours and stuff. And granted, I still haven't got around to a bumper yet. It might be cursing and cussing then, but so far it's not that bad to wrap. I definitely would take it over painting. Not bad. I'm just gonna continue on with that today. Turn my whole car blue. Back to blue. I'm excited. Tired of seeing red. Side note, if you're thinking about wrapping your car, I would recommend it. It's not hard. Definitely worth it. Definitely cheaper, I think, than painting your car, especially if you've never painted a car. Mess up a whole bunch of materials and stuff. Like, I'm not going to be messing up the color. I might mess up some of the wrap, but all in all, I paid 650 bucks for 65 feet by 5 feet of wrap, which that is a lot. It's a lot of material. So I think I'll have plenty to wrap other things after this as well. I've kind of gone ham with my car. Fenders, hood, which was the biggest piece I've cut and used so far. Roof, we'll just come around over here. I've got whole side skirt, over fender, door, roof. I gotta get the trunk done. I have my over fender, which is sitting over there. For the other side, that's the other side skirt. And right now, I am working on the front bumper. This is the most difficult one I've had, and it's particularly just this area that has been difficult. I accidentally overheated this little bit and kind of like stretched the material thin, which sucks. But it's a drift car, whatever. But just getting this little contour and then coming over here, this little shape right here was kind of difficult. But other than that, it's so far pretty easy. I'm just gonna heat that up, push it in. I'm probably gonna have to section off maybe some parts in here to make it look better. All in all, it's pretty easy. This is definitely the more difficult one. Every other one is just kind of laying it down, making glass is what they call it. Stretching all the material, getting all the wrinkles out of it, and then starting from the center and working your way out and being careful not to trap any air bubbles. That's kind of like the bigger deal, is when you're using the squeegee and going back and pressing the material down, you want to make sure that you're not an idiot and trap an air bubble, because generally the only time you're going to get an air bubble is because of how you're squeegeeing. At least from my experience so far. It's not bad, and I'm really excited to see my car all nice and blue. Got the front bumper done. Yay! That was the worst one yet. Fingers kind of hurt from it. Skill level like 9 to 8. That was really hard. It was a lot harder than everything else I've wrapped, but still was able to do it. So again, if you're looking at me or anybody's curious about wrapping a car, it's extremely doable. Extremely doable. Moving on, so I gotta do my driver's side quarter panel. Then I gotta do my trunk and then do my rear bumper. Be good to go. Car will be all sparkly blue. So I got the rear bumper all wrapped. That was probably almost just as much as a pain in the ass as the front bumper. Glad it's done. The last thing I have to do is wrap my trunk. And my car's blue. So something I figured out, on some of these corners I had to like slice it and like pull it because of the wrinkles, and I don't know. So I've got some seams here and there, but it looks really good. I'm happy with it. It's not like perfect, but you know, I mean, it's a drift car. It looks good enough for me. Looks great. Looks better than it did. Alrighty, so I finished my car. Oh man, I have to say, wrapping an entire car is just not that bad. The worst part were the bumpers. Everything else was relatively easy. I did it all by myself, all by my one-legged self. So I don't think if anyone's interested in trying this, I don't think you're gonna have a problem. Just watch some YouTube how-to videos like I did and then do it. I think it came out pretty well. I'm gonna take it out in the sun here in a little bit, but first I have some other things that I would like to address before I pull it outside. Mainly I'd like to get the hood on, which that involves installing this guy. Big fan shroud, like it's huge. 3600 CFM. That should help me out with some cooling. I was having some issues with keeping my car cool last event. This should solve that. But the fan shroud doesn't quite fit in some places, mainly the front and end. There's like a gap like this big, which needs to be addressed. Plan on doing that along with, because I can't close my hood with the way my intake is right now, this pile of metal. That was a start to my intake, which I just didn't finish it, so now I'm gonna finish it so I can put my hood on. Let's get to it. Get this fan shroud mounted up, and then I'll move on to the intake, put the hood on, take some cool pictures. So, surprisingly, this thing actually doesn't have a whole lot of clearance. I can still fit my hand and everything through there, but it added a fair amount of width. But I turned it on. I'll just go ahead and click it on. It's hard, obviously. It's hard to tell that it's on. It blows really good. Like from this side, if I put my hand, like I can feel the air until about right there, pull in by the radiator. So it pulls a lot of air. And onto that guy so far. I did this guy. This is temporary. I gotta find an actual boot. Not bad. They're not bad welds. They're not great either, but you know. Are what they are. And then you got the new fan shroud and everything in there. Bam! Looking pretty good under here. Now I can actually close the hood. Alrighty, so that's it for this video, I guess. It's been a pretty productive past couple days. I've done quite a bit. Wrapped my car, did my intake and radiator, which that only took me a couple hours. Wrapping the car was a process. I definitely recommend anyone that's wanting to wrap a car, definitely do it. It's not as hard as I would have expected. Yeah, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. If you could really hit that subscribe and like button, I would really appreciate it and make me feel a little bit better about making these videos. See y'all next time.